Hello everyone, this is the very first tutorial to getting started with Weka Machine Learning Workbench. Today we will see how you are going to prepare your data for analyzing inside Weka. So the data file Weka works with is called an ARFF file, or in short I tell ARFF file. So an ARFF file actually has three sections. The first section is called the relation section. And every section begins with @ and this is the syntax of ARFF file. This is how Weka deals with an ARFF file in order to understand the sections. So it starts with @ and you can see at the very first line of this weather.arff file that relation weather. So this states that this part is actually the relation section of our file, and the weather, this name is you can put any other name in order to define your relation. This is just to understand what this ARFF file is talking about. So this ARFF file is actually talking about weather, and that's why we have named the relation as weather. This is not actually important for Weka for getting a name for your relation. You can put any other names for your relation. The second section is attribute section. This section is actually holding the data definition of your ARFF file of your data, and this section is called attribute, and this also starts with @ You can see at the second line of this weather.arff file is that attribute and then some names and some other things. So in order to start an attribute section, you have to put @ and you have to put attribute, and for every feature you are collecting from your data, you have to define them in this attribute section. So in this attribute section, you can also see outlook. This is actually the name of the feature, and there goes some curly braces in the second line of this ARFF file, and inside the curly brace you can see there are three values: sunny, overcast, and rainy. So what this means is that our outlook feature can have three values. You're restricting the number of values this particular feature can have throughout this ARFF file. And our second attribute is temperature, and temperature's data type is actually real. So it can take 85.5 or 85 or 90.35 or anything that is a real value. And our third attribute is also a real value, which is called humidity. Our fourth attribute is called windy, and the windy feature can take two values, either true or false. And you have to take a look at the capitalized letters of true and false, because this is important. This is I'm going to mention in some later parts of this tutorial. And our last attribute is called play, and this is actually a class attribute that you are defining your class either as positive instance or negative instance. If this is a positive instance, if you can play, then it's going to be carrying a value yes, otherwise no. So in this attribute section, you're going to put your features names and feature values, also the range of those values and the data types. Generally, there are two data types for ARFF files. One is nominal data type, and two is the numeric data type. Nominal data type or nominal types of features can take values that are not actually numeric, that are actually can be string or date. Sorry, date is also numeric type of data type. That's my mistake. Nominal data types are actually string data types. So outlook is actually a nominal data type here. For numeric data type, you are going to carry some numeric values for those data types, those features like temperature and humidity here, because those will contain some numeric values, not nominal values. So in general, in feature section or attribute section in ARFF file, you can have either nominal types of data type, nominal types of features, or numeric types of features. So the third section of is the data section, and it also starts with @sign @data. So it states Weka that, okay, I'm going to start populating the ARFF file with my actual data. And you can see that you have to maintain the order of the features in your data section, just like the way you have ordered your features at the attribute section. And the first one is sunny, so the outlook is sunny. Temperature was 85, maybe it's in Fahrenheit. Humidity is 85, it's in percentage. And the value of windy is false. So the way you read it is that your outlook was sunny, your temperature was 85°F, your humidity was 85%, and it was not windy. So what are you going to do? Are you going to play or not? The class value for the first data here is no. So that means that your data says that if it is sunny and 85°F and 85% of humidity, and it's not windy, then you're not going to play outside. Similarly, the third data in our data section says that if it is overcast outlook outside with an 83°F temperature and 86% of humidity, but without any wind, if that is the situation, then you can play. So in this way, you have to populate your ARFF file with your data you have collected from your training sets or test sets. So this is the very first step you have to consider in order to use Weka Machine Learning or Data Mining Workbench to analyze your data, to mine your data, or to learn some machine learning models, or to test your learned models on some test sets.